Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for holding the hearing, and thank you, Secretary Sebelius, for being with us. Last week, when the contractors that built the system were here, I'd asked them all under oath if they had actually delivered the system they were contracted to build, and all four of them answered yes. So I want to ask you, did the contractors deliver the system that you contracted them to build?
I don't think I can accurately answer that question. What we know is we have a system that doesn't function properly. As we definitely know that. Sir, as we fix things, we will know more about what is broken along the way, and I'll be able to...
So would someone in your office know whether, somebody in your office oversaw this implementation and received the product, and they either said, this is the product we contracted and paid hundreds of millions of dollars to build, or it wasn't. Does somebody in your office have the ability to get us...
Well, I think that we can say that the products tested individually, verified individually.
But clearly it was an integrated system.
Clearly they don't work well together. And
well, but, I used to write programs for a living. I develop software products for a living. If you're developing an integrated system, it's irrelevant if one isolated component works by itself, but when you plug it in together, it doesn't work. That's a system that doesn't work. One of the questions I had and others had, somebody in your agency made a decision weeks, literally weeks before the deployment to change the system. Instead of going from a browser ability where somebody just like on Kayak or just like on Amazon.com could go shop for products, look at prices before they purchase, which is how consumers are used to doing this. Y'all made the decision to change it around and gather all their information first before you could let them see prices. Was that you who made that decision?
No, sir.
Was that Ms. Tavener?
It was Ms. Tavener and a team who looked at not imposing additional risk.
Make the decision because they knew once people actually saw the prices, and we're getting reports from all of our constituents of dramatically higher prices than what they were expecting. Did you make the decision because you knew that when they saw the prices, they might not want to buy the product, so you wanted to gather their information first?
Sir, first, I did not make the decision. I was informed about the decision. We did it in September, rolling off a number of features, and clearly they can see the product's note. There is no requirement
Look,
to
I
buy
spent over
anything.
2 hours trying to get into the system. I never once got to a point where I could see a price. I did get kicked out many times and got some of those blank screens other people got. I do want to share some stories with you from some of my constituents because we started a page on on Facebook and on Twitter. We are collecting what's called Share with Scalise. People are sending us stories, and we're getting lots of stories from my constituents. I want to read you a few of them. Randall from Mandeville said, my health care premium went up 30% to over $350 a month increase. We had Michelle from Slidell. Our insurance premiums are going up $400 a month, and our deductible has increased. And then you've got Sean from Covington who said, my current plan through United Healthcare is no longer being offered in 2014 due to Obamacare. In fact, I received a letter stating that the new healthcare law was indeed the reason for the removal of my current healthcare plan. Madam Secretary, what would you tell Sean, who liked his plan and now has lost it? And he was promised by you and the President he'd be able to keep that plan. What would you tell Sean now that he's lost his plan?
I would tell Sean to shop in the marketplace and out of the marketplace.
Do you really think that's an acceptable answer to Sean?
If Sean, again, if United chose not to keep Sean's plan in effect for Sean.
Because of the law. This is the law.
Sir, the law said if you keep Sean's plan in place, if he liked his plan, if you only apply trend lines to Sean, then the plan is still there.
You and I may disagree over who you work for. I work for Sean. You work for Sean, Madam Secretary. Sean lost his plan that he liked, and there are thousands and millions of Seans throughout this country that lost the plan they liked because some bureaucrat in Washington said, we think your plan's not good enough, even though you like it, even though you were promised you could keep it, you're now not able to keep that plan. I think you deserve to give Sean a better answer than you just have to go shop for something else, even though you lost your plan.
Gentleman's time has expired. Mr. McNerney.